Hello students, today I am explaining the slide of cerebral cortex, how to identify the slide. Now whenever you have the slide in your exam, you have to understand that cerebral cortex is having peripherally placed gray matter and centrally placed white matter. Now suppose I am having this slide in my exam, how I have to identify. So in this slide you can see that this part is showing multiple dots. You can see the dots under this low power 4x, and in this portion you are not able to see these dots. So first you have to differentiate that this area also showing the dots. So these dots are visible here and these dots are not here. So this area which is not showing the dots, now these are the white matter area, and this area from this outer side is your gray matter area. Clear? Now how to identify that it is a gray matter? Now when you will have the cerebral cortex, you know that cerebral cortex is made up of multipolar neurons. So I am not talking about to identify the different cells which you know like pyramidal cells, granular cells or stellate cells, cells of Martinotti. We are not identifying these cells separately. We are just identifying the multipolar neuron. And you know that multipolar neurons are triangular in shape. I am talking about the body of the cell. So now I am moving the slide to the 10x. Now under 10x you can see these dots are more clear, and if you will see that white matter area, now you will find out that this is the white matter area which I told you. Now this area is there. So now you can very well differentiate. Now this is the area which is showing the large number of the dots, and this area is not showing the dots. Now you have to concentrate on these areas which are showing the dots. So I am focusing this area, and we are now seeing these dots under the 40x. Now when you are seeing these cells under 40x, now my dear students, you have to identify that these are the multipolar neuron. As I already told you that these cells are triangular. So their body, if you will see that this is the one triangle which is visible here, you have to keep this thing in your mind that whenever you are seeing the neurons, particularly we are talking about the multipolar neurons, they are showing this kind of the triangular shape area. So you have to scan the whole slide and you will find such classical triangle at so many places. Now suppose you can see this area. Now here you can see this classical triangular cell. Can you appreciate this on your screen? So these all are the multipolar neurons. If you will focus at different places, here also you will find that the outer border of the cells are not round. Most of the cells are showing some kind of the triangles, or you will find some projection or angles. Now suppose I will see this slide. Here you can see this cell. Now this tip is showing the sharp point. So you have to find out these points or the projections, and these projections are the feature of the multipolar neuron. Here also you can see the cell. The cell is also having the triangular shaped body. Now if you will move the slide more, you will find more such cells. So you can see these cells also. Here also you will find the triangular cells. I think you can identify by yourself on your screen. Now here you can see that this cell is again having that this triangular shape. So my concern is that you should not able to identify each and every cell, but at least if you are able to identify 2, 3, 4 such shaped triangular bodies, you should make sure that you are dealing the tissue which is having the neurons, and these neurons are multipolar. Here also if you can see that this is a triangular area, and at one end you can see that this is a process of the neuron. So this is a triangle shaped body. Here also you can see that it is showing this projection. So my dear students, whenever you are having the cerebral cortex, you should make sure that you are able to identify such kind of triangular bodies of these cells. And if you are able to even identify one or two such triangle in your exam, it is more than sufficient to label this slide as a nervous tissue, and in the nervous tissue, most of the time you will have the cerebral cortex slide in your hand. So this is, again you can see here, this is a triangle. Here also you can see that this is one more triangle. So how to identify these slide? The cerebral cortex slide is having the multipolar neuron. And how to identify multipolar neurons? That the body of the multipolar neuron is showing at least one or two projections because they are triangular in shape. Clear? So this is what about the cerebral cortex. So this is all for this session. Thank you.